It's the minority that is raising concerns with what they call the alarmist tactics by the minister, and also saying that from where they sit, our power crisis is still on. It is nowhere near, being solved. Kwadwo?
Yes.
You agree that we still have power crisis? Oh. That we still have doomsday?
You see, I don't like using terminology.
Okay.
Because when Kwadwo Poku, have sat on multiple platforms and given a definition for doomsday, and the statement the ministry put out there clearly is going on the tangent I'm on. That doomsday is when we do not have enough generational capacity to meet our demand, which we do. But the point is, are our lights going off? And the question is 100% yes.
Right.
Look, I honestly think that I don't need to sit on any TV or radio station to tell Ghanaians what they are going through. Ghanaians know what they are going through. Those that are unfortunate enough not to have power can watch us, right? Those that are fortunate to have generators may be able to watch us. But at most, those that can watch us are those whose light probably only came on this morning or light has just come on. They are the ones who can watch us. So everybody in this country knows what they are going through. You don't need Kwadwo Poku to come on here to reiterate to Ghanaians, something that NDC did numerous times.
Okay.
The problem my brother John Jinapor is having, and I'm surprised that his own people are taking him to task and bashing him in a way that I would have thought they would have left it to the opposition to do. But they are not.
Some people.
Who?
Oh, XYZ. Haven't you watched the XYZ program? You can watch it. Oh, go and look for it.
You mean XYZ TV?
XYZ TV. Julius Debra station. Go and look Mugabe and co. What they are doing to their own minister.
You're bashing him?
Oh, they are saying that they don't need. What even annoys them is he comes and says 2.6 days. What is 0.6 days? But let me explain. 2.6 days to my brothers who are bashing the minister is that he is being given a technical briefing.
Right.
In engineering, in thermodynamics, you can have 0.6. So 2.6 days is actually 62.4 hours, which will translate into 2 days, 14 hours and 24 minutes. So the minister cannot come and say that, oh, I have enough fuel for 2 days, 14 hours and 24 minutes. So what the presentation given to the minister will be like 2.6 days. So there's nothing wrong with John Jinapor saying 2.6 days. And they are pushing him to say that they are more time crying and say he comes out and say 2.6 days. What is 2.6 days? But his own people are the ones who are doing that to him.
But these are journalists who are criticizing him.
No. They are NDC spokespeople, commentators. The presenter was not part of the conversation.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the guy who was on there, but it was Mugabe and somebody else. And the guy was just taking John to task. But the issue I want to raise is that we should give him time. The problem he has is that his own words is what is coming back to hurt him.
Okay.
I sat here with him. He sat here, I sat there. And John was like, when we come in the first 100 days, we would bring friends the energy sector debt and we brief the president and he's aware. You guys can play the tape. It's me and him and Randy here. All right? And I told him that it's not possible for the government to ring-fence the energy sector debt. Because what you're doing is that you are bringing into the Ministry of GOG, if a state-owned enterprise has a debt, and Ministry of Finance, Government of Ghana wants to ring-fence it, it means that you are bringing new set of debt onto the government, which the World Bank will not allow.
Right.
So you've been in for 4 months. You went and met the subcommittee on energy. I think what John should have done, the Honorable Minister should have done, was to tell them the achievements he has chalked in the 4 months. Because I know he's giving some directives. ECG is the problem. The biggest problem is ECG. But John has given some directives. How have those directives, what results have they yielded? Because I know there was multiple collection accounts. He's given a directive for a one collection account so that all the monies come into one.
All those accounts have been taken off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So there's a one collection account. What have been the results when you did the one collection account, right? Instead of coming to tell us the debt of ECG and the deficiencies and how much they collect and how much they owe, that we know. We know before you came in, right? But you being there for the 4 months, your directives know what has it done. Now, you gave a directive that only certain amount of money should be given to ECG. Because in the tariff structure before, what happens is that ECG is used to collecting all the money, which is everybody's money for the revenue collection for the electricity tariffs, and then decide what goes to other people. The minister has decided that no, ECG should only be given what is called the distribution service charge, which is the money due to ECG. They should live within their means, which is you get your DSC, live within it, right? And the rest of the money has to go to the value chain. How much of that are you putting
under the cash waterfall mechanism?
How much of that is going into the cash waterfall mechanism, and how much of that is going, and how has that improved the liquidity in the value chain as a result of having more money in the cash waterfall mechanism? You didn't tell us that. Thirdly, you need to also tell us your new management under Julius Pepena in ECG. What reforms has he put in place? Because you came in, there was big procurement buhala of some containers that has come in plenty at the port, things that so-called we didn't need that has been imported, blah, 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 blah. The last 3 months, the new MD, what procurement reforms has he put in place? Giving him only the set of money he needs, what reforms has Julius Pepena put in ECG to make them efficient, lean, and better? Yes, we are doing the retail last mile, which I hear Cabinet has approved, right? But that is only going to take out the billing and revenue from ECG. ECG is still going to do their core function. So there's a need for reform of ECG. How is that going? Have that started? What is the vision of the new MD? The new board is under Mr. Mona, who is a very seasoned professional person. What is the strategy? So Honorable John Jinapor should have gone to the Committee on Energy to give them this comprehensive briefing. That would have stopped all the bashing that he is getting. You understand? Because the bashing that he's getting from his own NDC people is to say that he is basically scaremongering the president. Which for me, I don't see where that is. But when you said on the 7th of January that there is only 3 hours or 5 hours of fuel left.
You said 5.
5 hours of fuel left. You are blaming Nanado's government. Agreed. When you say on May 19th or so that there is only 2.6 days of fuel left, who are you blaming? Are you blaming the president?
He says...
Are you blaming His Excellency John Dramani Mahama?
Well, he explains that apparently that comment he made wasn't meant for public consumption.
Well, no, everything you say as a minister is meant for public consumption. You are addressing the subcommittee.
He was addressing the subcommittee.
The media was there. So everything you say is for public consumption as a minister. Please, then my brother John should take note. Everything you say as a minister is for public consumption. Right. They will scrutinize what you say. I agree. He was giving an update. Yes. He was briefing the subcommittee on what the state is, because his statement was, as I sit here, I have a headache, right? We only have 2.6 days of fuel left. We've got some fuel coming in, and we are even figuring out how to pay for it. So that was a statement. He wasn't coming out to put his hand on the head and moan that, hey, I can't do it. That was not what he was doing. But the media took it on, and it became the topic. So my point is that, my brother, Honorable Minister, please tell us, because I know, because I talked to John, right? And he's somebody that I have pledged my support to that, look, Ghana first. So we want Ghana to work. We want the legislature to work. So I talk a lot to him. I talk with him a lot. And he should try to tell us the things he's doing. It's not for me, Kwadwo Poku, to come on Metro to tell Ghanaians what the Honorable Minister of Energy under the NDC government is doing. That's not my job. I even did not do that when NPP was in government and Napo was there. I didn't even come here to tell them what Napo was doing. But it looks like he doesn't have the communicators to go out there and communicate the good work that he's doing. Because clearly, in the last 5 minutes, I've outlined certain things that I know he has directed, right? But I am not the one to sit here and beat a man when he's down. His own people are doing that for him. So for me, you see, and my warning, my plea to the president is that please don't listen to the people who want that job. Because I know all the people doing this in the media, they want that job. So they are trying to make the minister look bad. It's too early for that. Okay. Let's give him some space to basically do what he needs to do. Okay. On the point of the minority calling for a timetable, if there is a timetable to be given, why not? There is an area in Kwabre Hemai. They've been in darkness for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, because their transformer blew. Okay? There are areas that have transformer problems. There are areas that have localized problems. But guess what? Last year, 2 years ago, when Kwadwo Poku sat and said that, oh, some of the areas are going up because of localized problems, I was chewed, I was spat at, and I was basically told to just basically go to hell because it's not true. It is misappropriation of funds, the government doesn't have money, and that is why lights are going off. Today, as we speak now and we sit now, the Ministry of Energy and the Minister of Finance has released about almost $200 million for procurement of fuel.
Yes.
Are the lights still not going off? Yeah. So now, I think my brother John Jinapor will realize that it is not about money. And I've said this all the time, that your light goes off is not because about money. I'm the only one that has been consistent for the last 13 years to say that lights going off, it's not about money. You need to manage the sector, right? I have heard him say that, oh, he's going to go and talk to Talo for 30 mm's cup of gas. He's going to go to Nigeria to increase gas. How long does it take to go to Nigeria? How long does it take to talk to Talo? So you keep kicking these things and saying these things, and we are not seeing it. And people are in darkness. That's the truth. So if the minority is calling for a timetable, if there is timetable that can come out, why not? If you think there isn't timetable, and Ghanaians should just basically guess when their light is go off.
But the money argument which you've just raised, because I don't know whether you're raising as a general principle that you're standing by, which is to say that when we're struggling with the constant supply of electricity, it is because it is a financial problem as a general principle.
It's a technical problem.
It's a technical problem.
When your light, I've always maintained for the last 13 years that when your light goes off, it's technical, it's not financial. And funny enough, when MPP was in opposition,
before 2016.
And 2016, when I said it,
yes,
they didn't agree with me, right? When MPP was in opposition, when I said that, when you're doing 2012 and 2016, I was consistent that lights going off is technical, it's not financial.
Yes.
Then, hold on. Then when NDC came into opposition and MPP came into power, NDC started repeating the same thing.
Okay.
It's financial, it's financial.